Hey there, are you ready to bring back the spark in your relationship? I've been there, and I'm about to show you how. Brace yourself for a twist that'll redefine your view of love. But before that, if you find our content helpful and inspiring, please take a moment to show your support. Give us a thumbs up and don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss out on our future relationship advice and inspirational stories. You see, as a relationship counselor, I've always prided myself on my ability to guide others in navigating the complexities of love. But lately, I found myself struggling with my own romantic life. The once fiery passion that burned brightly between David and me had dwindled, leaving us trapped in a mundane routine within our city apartment. I couldn't help but feel frustrated and somewhat hypocritical, as if I had failed not only myself but also David. It was this growing dissatisfaction that pushed me to make a bold move, determined to rekindle the spark we once shared. In secret, I planned a surprise getaway to a remote cabin, hoping it might be just what we needed. Here we are, I announced, pulling into the gravel driveway of the cozy cabin nestled amidst breathtaking natural surroundings. A mixture of excitement and nervousness filled the air as I turned off the engine, casting a glance at David, who had a curious expression on his face. "Wow, Lisa, this is unexpected," he said, his dark eyes shining with both appreciation and uncertainty. I could tell he was trying to balance his desire for stability with the adventurous spirit that still lingered within him. "Sometimes, we need to break free from our routines, David," I replied softly, taking his hand in mine as we stepped out of the car and into the crisp mountain air. "This weekend is about us, rediscovering each other and reigniting the passion we once had." The cabin itself was an invitation to relax, its wooden walls radiating warmth and comfort. Inside, I had set up a romantic candlelit dinner, hoping it would open the door to a heartfelt conversation between us. As the flickering candles cast delicate shadows across the room, I felt a surge of anticipation mixed with a hint of trepidation. "Lisa, this is beautiful," David murmured as he pulled out a chair for me. His kind smile, the one that could light up a room, made my heart skip a beat. It reminded me of why I fell in love with him in the first place, his gentle nature and unwavering support. "Thank you," I replied, feeling a warmth spread through me as I settled into my seat. The table was adorned with our favorite dishes, and the soft strains of a familiar melody played in the background. As we began to eat, I couldn't help but notice the way David's eyes seemed to linger on me, as if he too were searching for the missing pieces of our passion. "David," I began hesitantly, unsure of how to broach the subject that weighed heavily on my mind. I've been feeling like something's been missing between us lately. And I thought, maybe this trip could help us find our way back." My chest tightened as relief mingled with trepidation. "We used to be so adventurous, so spontaneous. It feels like we're just going through the motions now." I took a deep breath, my heart pounding in my chest. "What do you think has changed?" His gaze met mine, the vulnerability in his eyes matching my own. "Life got in the way, I guess. We both got caught up in our careers, our routines. We stopped making time for each other." "Exactly," I sighed, feeling a spark of hope ignite within me. "So, what do you say we make a pact, right here and now, to prioritize our love again? To actively seek out the excitement that once defined us?" A tender smile tugged at the corners of his lips. "I'd like that, Lisa. I really would." Just as we were about to clasp hands in agreement, the shrill ring of his phone pierced the intimate atmosphere. His eyes widened with surprise as he glanced at the screen before muttering an expletive under his breath. "Sorry, Lisa, this is work. There's a major issue with one of our projects. They need me to sort it out." He looked torn, his fingers tapping nervously on the table. "David, if it's important, you should take care of it." "I understand," I reassured him, my disappointment masked by a forced smile. I knew how much he valued his job, and the last thing I wanted was to stand in the way of his success. His eyes searched mine for a moment before he made up his mind. "No," he said firmly, silencing his phone and placing it face down on the table. "This weekend is about us. They'll manage without me for a couple of days." My heart swelled with gratitude as we locked fingers, sealing our commitment to one another. We continued to share our deepest fears and desires long into the night, the conversation flowing like a river that had finally broken free of its constraints. As we lay entwined in each other's arms beneath the moonlit sky, our breaths mingling in the crisp air, I felt the embers of our love begin to glow once more. No matter what the future held, we would face it together, united in our determination to reignite the passion that had brought us together in the first place. The sun peeked through the cabin's window, casting a warm glow on David's face as he sat at the small wooden table, pen in hand. His brow furrowed in concentration, and I could tell he was pouring his heart into the words that would soon fill the page. Unable to resist, I leaned over his shoulder to catch a glimpse of the heartfelt letter taking shape. "Hey, no peeking," he scolded playfully, shielding the paper with his arm. All right, I relented, retreating to my own project. I had decided to create a scrapbook filled with mementos of our most cherished memories, photographs, ticket stubs, and even pressed flowers from hikes we'd taken together. As I carefully arranged the items, David's presence by my side filled me with warmth, his unwavering commitment a balm for the doubts that had plagued me. "Lisa," David hesitated, "I want you to know how much I love you. You're my rock, my guiding star, and I'm determined to make this work, to rekindle the passion that once burned so brightly between us." "David, I feel the same way," I murmured, placing my hand atop his. "Together, we can breathe new life into our love." We exchanged gifts, his letter, brimming with promises of devotion, and my scrapbook, a testament to our shared past and the future we hope to build. With renewed purpose, we returned to our city apartment, eager to nurture the relationship that had weathered so many storms. In the weeks and months that followed, we made a conscious effort to keep the passion alive. We scheduled regular date nights, exploring new restaurants and attending plays, our laughter ringing like music through the streets. Weekends were spent hiking or discovering quaint bed and breakfasts nestled in the countryside. The embers of our love, once dormant, now glowed with renewed vigor. "Remember when we first met?" David asked, his eyes twinkling as we slow danced at a friend's wedding. The scent of roses and champagne filled the air, and the bride and groom swayed to the music, lost in each other's gaze. "Of course," I smiled, recalling the serendipitous encounter that had brought us together. "I never could have imagined that it would lead to this, a lifetime of love, growth, and happiness." "Neither did I," he whispered, pulling me closer. "But I'm grateful every day that it did." As we journeyed back home, hand in hand, we were filled with anticipation and excitement for the future. We had learned the importance of adapting to each other's changing needs, and it was this understanding that now formed the foundation of our newfound passion and commitment. Now, let's explore 5 proven ways to reignite passion in long-term relationships, just as David and I had done. 1. Surprise getaways, like in our story, can revitalize your relationship. Escaping routine, exploring new places, and creating fresh memories by prioritizing quality time away from daily responsibilities is key. 2. Honest conversations are vital in addressing dissatisfaction. Openly discussing desires, concerns, and expectations helps partners understand each other better and reignite passion. 3. Prioritizing your partner, as David did by silencing work, is essential in long-term relationships. It's easy to get caught up in life's demands, but setting aside dedicated time keeps the flame alive. 4. Meaningful gifts like ours symbolize commitment and shared goals. Engaging in joint projects or mutual goals injects excitement and purpose, strengthening togetherness and reigniting passion. 5. Reflecting on cherished memories, like when David and I revisited our first meeting, rekindles initial attraction. Celebrating our journey together reignites emotional connection and passion in our relationship. In conclusion, our journey to reignite the spark in our relationship taught us that passion can be rekindled with effort, communication, and shared experiences. Just like David and I did, you too can revive the flame in your long-term relationship. By surprising each other with getaways, having honest conversations, prioritizing your partner, exchanging meaningful gifts, and reflecting on cherished memories, you can keep the love alive and look forward to a future filled with excitement and togetherness. So, whether you're in a long-term relationship seeking to rekindle the spark or starting a new chapter with someone special, remember that love is a beautiful adventure. Embrace it, nurture it, and let it light up your life in ways you never thought possible. With dedication, patience, and a deep connection, you can keep the flames of passion burning brightly, creating a love story that stands the test of time. So, go ahead, take that first step, and write your own passionate and enduring love story. Here's to a future filled with love, excitement, and togetherness.